everyone! I am Tacit, and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 18, Week 4, Day 6, of course. Today, we shall be continuing the Paloozas. We got quite a few I wanted to go do, because we're definitely going to be focusing on them a little bit more tonight compared to tomorrow night. Not that we're not doing them tomorrow night, but you know what I mean. Want to get a good majority of the grind done tonight, so that's the game plan. Was a little bit late tonight, as just wanted to eat before we get into everything. And it took a bit longer than expected. However, we are now nice and sufficiently subsidized. So, yeah, we should be good to go. Anyways, where should we start? I guess we'll start going straight into some Paloozas. We do still have some of the dailies to go clear out. But it took us like half an hour to get around to them last night. So you know what? We're just going to start straight into some Paloozas right now. Before I do, though, I need to go get the timer up and get that rolling. And then we'll be good to go. Rolling, rolling, rolling. There we go. Alright, we good? Alright, let's get into things. Let's make sure I'm using the right team. I'm pretty sure I am, but, you never know. Nope. Oh, yeah. That's funny. Still in Takshaka. Make sure I actually use the 2 Dust Devil team and not the 1. The 1 is for verse farming, of course. Alright, let's start getting into it. See what we can get today. So far we're pretty below average, though I did accidentally use a Stellarix team on one of them. You'll keep asking the whole stream? Wait, let me go back and chat. What are you asking? I know, I don't have the other chat open. Wait 1 second. Because I can't scroll right now, so I can't see anything anyone has said this entire stream. Or, you know, before stream. 1 second, might take me a moment. Because I started a Palooza before I went through it all. Let's see. Let me go all the way to the top. Hello, Bill! Hello, Rob. Hello, Sushi Ninja. Hello, Dragor. Hello, Mark. You're at 178 at this point? Nice. Yeah, we'll be there in about an hour or two. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Easy Breezy. Hey, wow, we already got a Horde Mimic. Or not Horde Mimic, what's it called? Verse Gnome. Hello, Isabel. Vanessa. Hello, Easy Breezy. Hello, Lester. Hello, Chad. Hello, Supernova. Hello, Ali Cubed. Hello, Logic Slayer. Was it salad? No, it wasn't salad. No, it wasn't salad. Actually, I haven't been having as many salads lately. Hello, Mr. Jesse. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What was it then? Kabasi, mac and cheese, and green beans that are breaded. So they were kind of more like fries, but green beans in the middle instead of potato. Oh, where's your plate? Yeah, it's pretty good. Hello, Cookie. Welcome, welcome. Chicken tender sandwich and the side of tuna noodle salad. Nice. You're sending a pic of the plushie. Which one? See if it'll persuade me to Pally. Have I seen the 4 new boss troops on Terran's World? No, I haven't yet. I'll go check after this set. Assume they're related to next patch. Which means they probably come out through the Alliance system in some way. Skeptical though, because the last time they added a bunch of troops, we're still hunting for them now. The Underspire troops. Honestly, that's probably one of the most annoying grinds they've ever added to the game. The problem is their drop rate's too low. The Underspire legends, that is. Yeah, Horde Mimic is really annoying, especially in the current state of the game, because it's not particularly meta to do Explore 12 right now. It's not bad to be doing Explore 12 right now, but it's nowhere near as good as it was back when Horde Mimic first came out. Because when Horde Mimic came out, it wasn't as bad, because the main endgame content you would be doing at the time is like, oh, I just need to go keep grinding Explore 12. So you're already doing Explore 12. Nowadays, you kind of have to go out of your way to do Explore 12. Because ever since they added those better orbs like a year and a half ago, you know, there was a lot less incentive to do Explore at that point. Because you had those bronze, silver, glory, gold orbs, which kind of offset the grind that you would do from Underspire. I mean, from Explore 12. So hello, Tanosis. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, Horde Mimic grind is still really annoying, though. It's definitely the most annoying mythic in the game to get. Like, Stellarix is annoying to get and sinks a lot of resources. But at least there's some consistency to it. Whereas something like Horde Mimic, you can go, like, literally dozens upon dozens of tier 5 Horde battles and still never get one. Because there's a lot of ways to passively work towards Stellarix and stuff. There's no way to really passively work towards Horde Mimic. You just have to just keep spamming Explore 12 until you get it. Which makes it pretty annoying. Yeah, go check Terran's World after this timer goes. It took you 6 months of daily grinding to get 4 horde mimics? That's actually not too bad. When I was doing it daily, I got 2 within 2 months or so. That was like multiple hours a day, every day, kind of explore 12 grinding. Oh, that battle's so bad, I don't even care if we don't get full loot. Ah, wait, I misclicked too much, I'm gonna have to. Wait till you see the traits on the bosses, are they that good? Let's go check them. At least we got a Volkey there. Anyways. Let's see what we have here. How far down are they? Like no release date down? I got some Hydra thingy. Hey, that's the Fell Roost. What? Interesting. There it is, Guardians. Deal magic times 2 damage plus 2 to all enemies. It's decently high. Convert all green gems to Uber Doom Skulls. Interesting. How much mana is that? Only 24? Oh wait, there's 6 color as well. Interesting. Oh. Oh. Wait, these have to be enemies that you face. These can't be player-owned troops, right? Because this is like the new tank meta. But yeah, these are probably enemies you face, right? Right? That's actually kind of broken beyond belief. The biggest issue with them is not that they're strong. Well, they are strong, but the biggest issue with them is they are going to take forever to kill. Regardless if this is a game mode or player-owned. Because that's just a flat 75% reduction that can't be stunned off while having immune to insta-kill. You can dispel its Submerge off, though. One thing that Invulnerable doesn't have, it does not actually have immune to Dispel. It has immune to Curse Dispel, as in you can't curse it in order to dispel it. However, if you simply just apply Dispel to it, Invulnerable can still be hit by it. So you can still use Dispel on Invulnerable to get rid of Barrier, and to get rid of Submerge. But that's it. You won't be able to Devour it, you won't be able to Curse it, you won't be able to insta-kill it. And it has 75% flat reductions. Let's see, what do the other ones do? Give a bunch of armor to all allies. Okay, this one's useless. Okay, so far the bone one seems like the only useful one. Deal, blah, blah, blah. Barrier and bless all allies. Bless is kind of ironic, given that it already has a billion immunities. But, barrier, as we mentioned, can be dispelled off. Well, same as bless. Deal magic times 2 plus 2 damage to all enemies. Give a bunch of life and... Okay. So, realistically, there's only one tower, I see. We read the most broken one first. Yeah, Guardian of Bones is the only Guardian that exists. There are 4 of them, but there's only one of them. But yeah, it's the only one you would ever use. I don't see any context where you'd use any other one. Maybe occasionally the light one. But if these become meta, there's going to be so much Dispel that you're not even going to be able to get away with that. So realistically, there's only one of these. The Guardian of Bones. But yeah, that reduction is kind of insane. That would make these the tankiest troops to ever exist. Like, basically, the Guardian of Light is the tankiest troop in the entire game. Assuming it's player-owned. Even if it's not player-owned, even just as an enemy troop, it's the tankiest troop to ever exist. 75% reductions down the line with immune to basically everything but Dispel. Unless they had Dispel do it at some point. But currently Invulnerable, Impervious, and stuff like that, even Bless, do not have immune to Dispel right now. So it's like your only counterplay when it does like the Bless Barrier, Submerge, stuff like that. Yeah, that's interesting. This could be really annoying if those are player-owned, though. Like, if that's natural battle, that makes sense. But if those are player-owned, that's so bad. It's gonna take, like, the amount of time it'll take to complete any battle is gonna skyrocket. Like, if you thought PvP was bad now, wait till something 2 times tankier than Stellaryx is on the opposing team. While still having to deal with Stellaryx. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, let's go. You know what? Let's clear some dailies. Oh, so let me go update our number and then go clear some dailies. Oh, wow. We just got a billion Volkies during that. Whoa, we just hit a 27? No, 28. Wow, that made up for every little bit of badness we had from the other one. Wow. I was actually insanely lucky. Alright, where's my number fixer thingy? There it is, 101. That's not a 0. And how many are we on epics right now? 43. We started at 22. No. We started at... Wait, I got 0. Oh, that's sad. We did so good on Volkies, but got 0 epic Volkies. There we go. Anyways, in other news. Let's go do some dailies real quick. Complete all adventure board, match a bunch of skulls. Oh yeah, I haven't done that, have I? I might actually have to go out of my way for that now that I think about it. We don't really have a good way to take skulls. Should I just go run Zolgoth right now? Well, actually, exploding skulls, I believe, counts as taken skulls. Oh, so where's Stellaryx build? Hello, Ali Cubed. You have all the dragons from Dragonite ×1 of every dragon. And you did all the elite level to glory and maximized the crafted Stellaryx, so you opened Dragonite again. You got a dragon again. So you have to do the glory and maximum level? Or should you get 2 times of all dragons before crafting the Stellaryx? No. You maintain all copies when you craft it. So you only ever have to get 1 of each of the dragons. So once you have 1 of each, you just go straight for Stellaryx. They do not get consumed when you craft Stellaryx. Anything that requires a weapon or troop in Soulforge do not get consumed when crafted. They're simply just required to craft it, but they are not consumed on crafting it. You just got 80 Dragonite Gnome at the end of a Palooooza? Nice, huge. Yeah, you could do the music ending method. I normally use the timer method. But if you just wait for the Palooooza music to stop, that's an indication when your 15 minutes is up if you want to take full loot, if you didn't put up a timer or anything. It's a lot more subtle to know when it happens, though. Like if you're already midway through a fight. But if you're paying attention for it, it's a bit obvious. You know, when the gnome music stops. Which is a bit harder to know the exact time unless you're paying attention to it. Yeah, that skull objective is actually kind of annoying. None of the teams I was planning to run all today really utilizes skulls at all. I have to go out of my way for a couple minutes just to go do a skull team. Yeah, once we finish out these, we'll go hand out a code and get back to the vault grind, because I do plan to use quite a few tonight. I might even go all the way to almost midnight tonight. Because I want to basically be almost done, if not completely done, with the 300 objective. Because I want to get to bed pretty reasonable tomorrow night. Because I have a lot I gotta do on Monday. Both for the channel and otherwise. Actually, most of it's not even for the channel. But I want to get the channel stuff done really early so it actually gets done. Because if I don't get it done before like 8 o'clock tomorrow, or on Monday, it's not going to get done until like Tuesday. So I'm just going to be busy all day on Monday. Which is why I want to make sure I get it done early. Alright, let's go clear our dungeon. Come on. Come on. Just come on, 2 perfects in a row. You know you want to. Oh! We did it! Oh, extra code time. Here you guys go. We didn't even need to play Gestador. Wow, that is so lucky. We just got back-to-back Dragonite perfect days. Yesterday off of Gestador, and today off of just top row. That is very nice. Let's see if we can go for the triple. I don't think we've ever gotten the triple before. We have doubled before. I don't think we've ever gotten back-to-back-to-back, though. Let's make sure not to misclick this. Normally these weekends are good for Dragonite because, you know, all the gnomes. But for us, so far every single Vault Weekend day we have gotten a perfect dungeon. It'd be really funny if all 3 Vault days we actually get a perfect dungeon. That is very near impossible though. The amount of luck we would need to actually get it tomorrow. I hope we at least get to play Gestador tomorrow. High stakes Gestador. I will hand out, if we get a perfect tomorrow, I will hand out 3 extra redeem codes. If we somehow get a perfect tomorrow for the triple, perfect. Because I believe that will be our first ever triple perfect if we get it tomorrow. But you know we're going to pick 1 and it's immediately going to be a trap. There we go, 120 Dragonite. And we didn't get any extra loot. Alright, anyways. Where were we? We did that. Nice perfect dungeon. What do we still have? Underspire. Oh, I never bought torches yesterday? Oh, no, I did. I did my battles as well. Wait, are we in final section? Wait, today's Saturday. I'm so confused. Oh, yeah, I see where we are. Okay. I have unconfused myself. Alright, let's keep going. I think we're on highest level path right now. Oh, no, this is final section. Yeah. Okay, I see what's happening here. Oh, I didn't even need to spend that 50. But oh well. But yeah, we're in final section right now. For a second, I thought we were in the section before final section. I was like, wait, we're actually behind a little. But no, we're on the final section right now. So we're basically done. We'll likely finish it within these battles right here. And then tomorrow will just be optional if we want to go try finding dead-end rooms, which we probably will. Let's see. You didn't know you waste your RNG on dungeons. The next dragon batch will take you 100 eggs. Well, we got really bad luck, then really good luck. So we'll see what happens the 3rd time. Also, how on earth did I just lose to a Diamantina team? Or Chris Darnex, whatever the thing is called. Well, this is a problem. Do I have to put a hero back on the team just to tank? I'm about to have to kill this battle with 1 Diamantina. And they have HP gain. And reflect. Oh, they're about to hit me with Skull. I don't really have anything I can do about it, though. Oh, no, it actually died immediately. No! We actually lost the fight. Do I really have to put hero on just to make sure we don't die? Gosh, that thing did so much damage. Well then, maybe we won't have enough torches. I don't feel like we need hero. Alright, let's try it again, but with less stuff. What happened? Stop paying attention for like half a second and the whole team's dead. Oh, you know what happened? He did an immediate attack buff and then went crazy from there. I see what happened. I was gonna say, that seemed high for base value, but that wasn't his base value. He got a really early cast off, which then snowballed into just going crazy. Yeah, well, this time around we made sure he casted 0 times, so it's a lot easier this time. Yeah, he had to have gotten like a super early cast or something. Come on, how do we not have alignment? I need it so badly. Let me just double cascade this. What's the worst that can happen? It gains a ton of HP. First slot's still not dead, though it would almost be more beneficial if it was, because now it's going to die with a bunch of mana on it, while still blocking us. Yeah, we'll go for it. You gotta resummon. Luckily, those resummons don't do much. My alignment is near non-existent, so we'll stick a skull. How are we losing to this fight? Let's see. Do I have to waste a skull poke here? I feel like I need to. The problem is, it's not enough damage to kill him, even if he didn't have skull reduction. You know what we can do, though? I could do this for a free poke. Oh, no, we can't because of the thing! No! I forgot. The dragon explodes to the side. Oh, no. I was thinking like a normal gem, but it does dragon gem, not just normal yellow. One of the few times where a dragon gem was actually detrimental there. What even was that fight? That fight should not have been that hard. Did I bring enough caffeine? I had some before the stream when we were eating. It's one of the reasons I wanted to make sure I finished eating before we started the stream. It's why we're a little bit late. Because I plan to go quite a while tonight. Maybe not all the way to midnight, but definitely a decent amount. Like, we're half an hour in right now. I definitely plan to go at least another 2 hours. Why does everything have to hit so hard in the final section? Why should I replace Hero back in and just go with double Diamantina again? I was doing that earlier, then replaced it out because triple shot was one-shotting. Or, you know, one-cycling. Not one-shotting, obviously, but one-cycling. But honestly, I might switch back to it. It's becoming a liability to just run spam Diamantina. Especially when the upfront Diamantina keeps dying. Like that. You need, like, hero with the resummon weapon. Alright, there's the final door. We have 2 paths, either up or left. We'll go up, I guess. But honestly, left seems more enticing. But up also seems pretty enticing. Alright, I'm gonna make a left. So we want the final section easier. I don't know, I'm not sure why it feels like it's being so annoying this time around. I guess the final section has always been kind of annoying. I think the main thing that threw me off in the one fight we actually lost was just the sheer amount of stats he gets from casting the Dragatar. It actually used to be used in early game meta way back in the day because of how good his boost ratio was and everything. Nowadays, it's not really something you would use that early. Use a power creep. But it's honestly still insanely good. It only works on dragon teams, though. Makes it rather limited. But there's a lot of really good dragons these days. To say the least. Oh, okay, well, I guess I go up, sure. Fine. We'll go up. It really wants me to go in this one direction. It's leaving us no choice but to go in this direction. Every other one is completely blocked off. The only good thing about some of these fights being so clunky is we're taking so many skulls that we might actually hit the skull objective without even trying. Which is nice, so we don't have to go out of our way for it later to stream. But in all fairness, even if we didn't do it then, we'd probably get it during the PvP fights. We still gotta do bare minimum PvP. I think that's the last thing we gotta go do, and then we can just run Palooooza the rest of the stream. After we finish this Under Spire, of course. Which, even if we pick every incorrect path, we'll still be able to get it done automatically tomorrow, which is nice. So we don't really have any stakes in trying to find the correct path right now. Because we're guaranteed to have completion on it by tomorrow, regardless of our performance today. I would love to get just that last little bit of mana, but I don't want to risk them. Yeah, I'm still risking it. Alright, now we just go down the line. We cast one of you, cast one of you. Come on, get the triple extra turn. Or technically the double, because the third one doesn't matter. Because they're already dead. Now we're going to make a left here. Not because the other one's probably double dead end, which it probably is. But it's closer to where the other room already is, so might as well. Alright, what do we need here? We'll take our red. I still can't believe we got a perfect dungeon 2 days in a row already. I really hope we get the third tomorrow. For our first ever triple. Alright, there goes your shuffle. He'll do whatever, that's fine. Let's take our little bit of mana. I want to fill the last guy all the way to full. I'm gonna overkill it a little. Been a weird weekend for Palooooza's, getting 3 to 4 dragon gnomes in the first 5 minutes of our run. I actually haven't seen that many dragon gnomes this time around. Or dragonite gnomes. Which is both a good thing and a bad thing. We did end on one earlier for 30 dragonite. But in the last minute. I'll say my drops on them have been pretty average. Even though I got a perfect on dungeon both days, our actual dragonite gnomes have been pretty average or slightly below average so far. Oh good, we actually do get to cast. I actually deliberately want First Thought to die here. Oh no, he summoned a white though, that's not ideal. Oh good, the random true damage is being split across the team. We can still lose this fight though. I think I have to go for full mana here. Watch the white actually kill us. It's very unlikely, but very possible that he kills our whole team right now. He just has to true damage enough times. One, two, three, four, five, six. Well, we'll find out in one more room. Which means we'll actually be done with Underspire today, technically. Though we'll still use our other battles tomorrow for dead end rooms. That's a lot of skull damage. Where's our skull achievement for the day? I feel like we hit it by now. Alright, there we go. Let's go throw down our lantern, take out our torch. And then we still have 2 torches remaining, including all the torches from tomorrow. Alright, let's go take out— oh, wait. When did they fix this? Hold? Wait. Where have I been? Did this just happen? Did they just hotfix this like a day ago? Why is there a Rubraf in my fight that's supposed to have no Rubraf? That has been supposed to be needing a Rubraf in it. Hold. When did this happen? Did this happen randomly this week? What did they even mention that this happened? There's a Rubraf in my non-existent Rubraf fight. That's not allowed. There's supposed to be no Rubraf in the Rubraf fight. Now there's a Rubraf in the Rubraf fight. When did they fix that? Yeah, it had to have been this week, because it wasn't last week. I'm not sure when this week, but I assume the whole week, I guess. I don't recall the Monday event video thingy, or, you know, the Monday post mentioning anything about it. Unless I missed it. But I'm pretty sure the Monday post did not mention anything about Rubraf getting fixed. Like, obviously this is how it was supposed to work, like, originally. But, yeah, they finally fixed it. It only took them, like, a year, but they got to it. There's actually a Rubraf in the Rubraf fight now. Which is actually kind of scary, because this fight actually can kill you now. It likely won't, but it can. Final fight. I assume this one's unchanged. Yep, same as always. Oh, he just converted away the thingy I needed. Well, not convert, but he put gems over top the thing I needed. I did that so you wouldn't get a skull, and then you just get a skull out of it. Wonderful. I want to cast this, but we get almost no value from it. There we go. He didn't deny it. That's a lot of mana. So much so our whole team is full mana. Including the thing that just casted to get full mana. Nice. Unfortunately, I have no alignment here. What do I even do here? Honestly, that is somewhat tempting. There's like almost no moves. This green is bad. That blue is safe. This one is too. That's a lot of yellow. Surprisingly, we still can't use our yellow to brown convert even with that much yellow on the board. Unfortunate. I could do that, but it's not really worth it. I might as well swipe something from the side. Alright, we can take a skull there, and that's about it. And it should be match. Everything but Rubraf. I mean, Diamantina. Oh no, you can clear Diamantina. I forgot, you don't have absurd spell reduction like Stellarwork does. Alright, we got 2 last torches. Let's go find some dead end room. Do we have any doubles already set up? Alright, that was a pretty smooth Underspire this week. Not the lowest amount we ever had, but overall still pretty smooth week. Just trying to find some double dead end rooms. Did we not scout out a single one? There's one. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Yeah, right here's a double. Let's go for it. And then tomorrow we'll just find a bunch more dead end rooms. I know, time to go get some Sentinel. Let's hope so, gosh. We're like 3 months without one. Worst part is, you know we're gonna get a duplicate. I'm still don't even remember if it has duplicate protection or not. I sure hope it does. Pretty sure it doesn't though. One more poke will kill it out. Just gotta figure out where to get the poke. Anything good? Nope. Well, in all fairness, double Anu is far from the worst thing you can get from that. Though it is not quite what we're looking for, but I'll take it. And we'll do some more tomorrow on it. Okay, what else do we still have? I think the only thing left is PvP. Okay, we did hit the skull objective. Which makes sense. It feels like we took 1 billion skulls. Oops, I clicked middle to try to get to PvP again. Alright, let's clear out PvP daily. How's the ladder looking? Wow, we're still in first place. Nice. Looks like we have a secured first, unless they go crazy tomorrow. But it does indeed look like they're doing bare minimum, based on their movement all week. They're basically doing what we've been doing, except to a slightly less degree. Alright, I believe I need to go do monoliths today, unfortunately. Yeah, I do have to do 1 set of monoliths. So let me go grab, I don't know, just give me some magic, I guess. Isn't there a magic on Central? Yeah, just give me this. We'll just run it with Talk Shaka real quick. Clear us out. claim our absurdly small amount of magic, head over to middle, and do it until we have 3 Valhawks. That is the game plan. Also forgot, you can actually get gnomes during this. I know you can get during PvP, but I forgot you can actually get during monolith fights as well. Though I don't think you can get pet gnomes during monolith fights. Also, hello Tyrion, and nice. You got 32 shinies today. Wait, which one is Pokemon number 69? I know what it is in Pal World. But I forget what it is in actual Pokemon. Why do I feel like it's that one plant? Isn't it that one plant Pokemon? I actually forget what Pokemon 69 is. Oh yeah, also happy 420 everyone. I don't ever smoke or do any drugs, so I don't celebrate. Yeah, Bellsprout, that's the one. I was gonna say what it looks like, but I'm pretty sure YouTube will demonetize me. But yeah, that one. Alright, there we go. And now we just do Central until we have 3 Valhawks. And then that will be every daily, weekly completed, pretty much. Because Tower... Oh wait, did we ever finish Tower of Doom? Wait. I forgot, we still never finished Tower of Doom, did we? I need to go do that. I think we had like 2 fights left, and then we just throw a billion torches down. Or not torches, whatever you want to call them, scrolls. But hold up, we're not actually done. I forgot, we still have to finish... I'm so used to having that done on Thursday, but because we accidentally wasted like 10... sigils due to that one glitch that still exists, and I didn't notice it until way too late. But yeah, normally we'd have that done by like Thursday, Friday at the latest. It's taking us all the way until Saturday because we wasted like 10 sigils. So where are all of our Valhawks? Please show up. At least we know the gnomes don't block them in any way, shape, or form. Because we actually saw a battle earlier that had both, which I didn't even realize was a thing. Yeah, apparently you can have a gnome and a Valhawk in the same fight. It's kind of weird, because with other things, normally one takes priority. But it's one of the few weird ones where they actually can happen simultaneously. I guess they really wanted to show that it doesn't block it in any way, shape, or form. Because I know they've had some issues with that in the past where it seemed like the gnomes were blocking drop rate for things. In some instances, maybe they were. But just to really show that it's not this time around, they actually made Valhawk stackable with gnomes. So if you get them both, you'll just trigger them both rather than prioritizing one. Hey, we got a verse 3. I actually need that one. Why does this happen every day? Yesterday when we were trying to finish our PvP, we got like 2 or 3 verse 3s. And now we're about to do the same. Like, there was a point I had more verse 3s yesterday than I had Valhawks. Like, we were at 2 or 3 verse 3s when we had 1 Valhawk yesterday. And even right now, we're at 1 verse 3 compared to 0 Valhawks. Though in all fairness, I can't complain. I'd actually prefer it that way. I'd rather have like 20 verse 3s before we see a Velhawk. I'll take that exchange rate. Oh, we're 1-to-1 now. What caffeine do I have? Oh, I have the other Mountain Dew flavor. I keep calling it Red Alert, but it's called Code Red. The other one. I keep calling it Red Alert, but it's called Cold Red. I don't know, Baja Blast is pretty nice. But the thing with Baja Blast that throws me off a bit is it doesn't taste quite like the way that Taco Bell's version of Baja Blast does. Like, it's not bad, but it's not the same. Whereas I have no expectations for the Code Red one. Or the Red Alert, whatever it's called. I think I call it something different every time. The red one. I didn't figure out what other flavors there are, though. Isabel said there was a ton of them. But those are the only ones I've seen in my stores recently. So I'm not sure where all these other flavors are coming from. You wish they would bring back the grape-flavored one? Ooh, grape's an interesting flavor. I feel like grape's really hit or miss a lot of times, though. Alright, do we have over Valhawks yet, or are we still missing one? We are missing one, that's what I thought. Just making sure. I don't want to be grinding when we already have them all. Oh, there we go, perfect. Now we have them all. Just had to do one more battle. Alright, there should only be one last thing we need to go do, Tower of Doom. And then we're about to do like an hour or two straight of Palooza. Alright, just double check every daily. Boom, check. Completed. Completed. First place completed. Global leaderboards, definitely not even trying to complete. The other daily completed. Adventure board completed. Campaign been completed since Monday. Alright, one last thing to go do. Let's go finish Tower of Doom. Alright, El Loco, why on earth are you scouting to 90? Gosh, El Loco grinds so much. It's so nice. I should go give him more gems. But, look at his score if I go check right now. I'm pretty sure he has, like, double second place. Oh, actually, no, Papetos is going pretty crazy with it, too. Yeah, 220. That is insanely high. Where are we on rank? 23? We need rank 20 to go get, the next tier thingy. About to contribute some. Let's see, where's the guild right now? Where's the bare minimum line? I assume everyone that's 62 right now is at the bare minimum line. You got like 7 people at bare minimum. And some people below bare minimum. Also, Tyrion! I know you've been busy, but we need help. Tower of Doom, go, go, go. We might actually be able to push for the next tier. Gosh, our Loco's like carrying us there. What do we have? 23. We have 2 and 5. Oh yeah, wasn't this when we just start fireballing everything? Wait, I think we only have 2 fights left. I think this is fireball season. These are fireball, 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 heroism. Done. So I only have 2 fights. The final room of 23 and the final room of 24. Because I should have 3 fireballs right now. So yeah, we're basically done. I only need 2 more sigils. So we fireball 5. Make sure not to use the wrong scroll. As long as I don't click on the final battle, we should be good to go. Alright, we then do this battle. And this is our second to last fight. And then after this one, we fireball, fireball. No, we fireball. Do the final fight. Then fireball heroism, and then we're done. One thing to keep in mind before you use a heroism. A heroism does not claim the side loot from a floor. So for example, there's actually a good room we need on the final floor. So you have to take that one first, because if you don't, you will not actually get the loot from it. So we're going to be using a fireball on it. $66 is technically the bare minimum, is it? I'm not sure what my score will be at by the end. I'm pretty sure I'll be in that multi-way 62 tie. Alright, are we good? We're on 24, right? So I'm skipping the power, because I think we have enough power at this point. We're pretty solid on power right now. We get permanent attack bonus. Ooh. Well, not permanent, but you know what I mean. Alright, so yeah, we just fireball 2. And then we take the final fight. So we throw a fireball here. And this is now the final fight. Because everything else just gets scrolled. Hey, we even get a Val Raven on it. Look at that. And it should be the last daily, weekly we have. And unless we want to do more on anything, that will be every weekly completed. Alright, and now, so we don't want to use a heroism right here, because we actually have a lucky right here. So we want to do, because if we don't take this, we won't get the loot from it. So we're going to throw a fireball at it, so we do get the loot from it. And then, we just heroism this. If you do it the other way around, you will not get the loot from the side room. And there we go. That's it. We are now at technically bare minimum. So someone was saying earlier that 66, I guess, is even. But I don't think we need to be even when there are people this high. The 62 is technically the bare minimum. And I guess it would have been 20 if we took every power. I think we skipped 2 powers, which would make sense, because we're missing 8. And each power gives 4. Not sure why we skipped the second power, but apparently we did at one point. Wow, there's some people that skipped all the powers. Though in all fairness, this late into the week, that's perfectly fine to do. But, yeah, there we go. Nice. Alright, Tower of Doom technically completed. I might do a little bit more if we're really close to taking 20th place. Because right now, after our contribution, we're in 22nd place. Only a few away from 21st. And it's not a lot, but, you know, everyone in the guild getting 25 more gems. That adds up. 25 times 30, that's what? 750 gems. We're just doing a few more Tower of Doom fights. It's not awful. Though it seems awful when you can take tribute for like 31 gems a click. There's the Redeem Kobe handout earlier. We'll have another one in a little bit. Anyways, I think it's Palooza time. We have officially finished every daily, every weekly. There's still maybe a few more we might want to do later, like, you know, finish out Underspire a bit more tomorrow with the battles we get. But beyond that, everything is done. So you know what that means. Palooza time! Alright, let's go back to Palooza. Go to games, go to Soulforge. Yeah, the rest of tonight, until I get too tired to function, we will be doing Palooza. It could be an hour, it could be a couple hours. We'll find out. But that is the game plan for the rest of the stream. We'll hand out another code or two during it. Hopefully at least one. Oh, come on, go, go, go. That's the game plan. Oh, that's not the team I want. Where is it? Wasting time. No. But yeah, I might actually throw down my other tower fights tomorrow, I'll see. If we're really close to taking 20th place, I might as well. It's not a lot of gems, but as a guild, we get like 750 total more. It's not worth spending more gems to try to get those gems, but if anyone has any battles laying around, we might as well throw them. Hello, Minnie. Hello, Fall. Vanessa, hello, too. Hello, Jamie. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Chad. Leading by example is the best advice. I know, that's how I'm leading by example. I did the bare minimum, so hopefully the rest of the guild will now do the bare minimum. We have like 5 people in the guild right now below bare minimum. So we are leading by example. There's no way I would ever do as much as what El Loco is this week, though. There's just no need to. I don't understand why he even does it, other than just for the fun of it. Like, it makes sense on some to have, like, a leaderboard or something. Like, if you want to go do that during, like, I don't know, a raid event, because you want to go get, like, top few on leaderboard. Like, that makes sense. I don't understand why you would do it for Tower of Doom, though. You get no benefit for placing really high. All you get back is gems. But you're spending gems to get gems. So you're spending more gems than the gems you're getting back. So I don't really understand why you would go that try-hard on this event. Like, if anything, everyone in the entire guild should basically be at bare minimum. This is one of those modes where there's absurdly little incentive to go any further than that. Like, for some other modes, that at least makes sense, because, you know, there's a leaderboard where you get, like, an extra orb or a few orbs. As well as a good chunk of your gems back. But Tower of Doom gives you almost none of your gems back, relative to how much you have to buy in to even get to the ranks. And it's not like you're getting any extra reward. Like, it's not like you're constantly getting more of the Forge Scrolls, because they actually stopped dropping it. There's a reason why we only go to 26 each time. As in 25th completion, is because every floor there forward no longer gives the Forge Scroll. Like, I can understand going super, super deep in Tower of Doom if every single floor kept giving this scroll. But after 25, they stopped giving the scroll. That's the whole reason why you stop at that point. This 26 onwards no longer gives you a scroll per floor. It still gives you a buff scroll, but it doesn't give you the resource one. Internet street cred. Yeah, honestly, El Loco's been a good guild mate. They do, like, crazy high grinds. For pretty much every mode. Even ones where it's pointless to do the grind on, like Tower of Doom. It feels like he's pushing to 100 this week just for the sake of it. Because I think he's at like 89 right now. And the weirdest part is, it's a Tower of Doom. I mean, it's a Vault Weekend week. Like, why would you be doing Tower of Doom when you could be doing Vault Weekend? That's probably the most confusing part. Hey, there's already an infinite grind thing going on right now. Yep, I just heard a storm cloud. Electricity, don't do it. Tonight's the grind night. Worst comes to worst, if electricity does go off, I'll be grinding on mobile. Though I've never actually done a Palooza on mobile before. I would definitely be a lot slower at it on mobile. If we do randomly go, it's because of electricity. Hopefully we don't, though. I want to go at least another hour, if not longer. Like, we're probably going to go until at least 11, ideally, tonight. And if we feel up to it, maybe midnight. We're definitely not going to go much past midnight if we do go that far, though. Taz has the Vegeta hairstyle. Well, is my hair sticking up that much? I generally don't bother combing it these days. It just stays in default position. Oh gosh. Where's this cough coming from? Also, my allergies have stopped a bit. From like the seasonal shift. Haven't been all sniffly lately. So I'm almost out of water. I might need to go get another water if we're going to be going for another hour. And see, this will be our second Palooza stream. How many do we need total? If I only want to do like 2 Paloozas tomorrow, how many would I have to do right now more than what we have right now? This will bring us to about 120-ish. Which means I would have to do about 6 more, which means, yeah, we'd have to go until about 11 tonight. Because you'd want to do at least 5 or 6 more tonight. That way, like, 2 of them tomorrow can get it done. Because I still want to do some amount of Palooza tomorrow. It's just going to be not as long as a stream. Also, that reminds me, don't forget, this Tuesday is the 8-year anniversary of the channel. We're going to be doing a bit of a mega stream that day as well. So I'm probably going to start at the normal time we always do. Hey, Dragonite Gnome. We were just talking about earlier not getting that many of those. Which to some degree is actually a good thing. While I do need Dragonite, the amount of time that he wastes is more than the Dragonite value he gives us. Unless he's all the way at the end. I'm in full focus mode. I'm so focused, I'll actually notice if I'm using a Stellarex team instead of a Dust Devil. I still can't believe I did that last night. I went a whole 15 minutes. Actually, if someone didn't bring it up, I never would have noticed. But I somehow went an entire 15 minutes using Stellarex instead of Dust Devil, never once noticing that I was. Because we switched our team to go do a Mimic, and then I just never switched it back. And if no one mentioned it, I still probably wouldn't know. Like, someone could be joking about it in chat, and I'll be wondering, like, what on earth are they talking about? There's a lot of teams you just use so much in this game that you basically autoplay it without even realizing it. Because it follows a very similar pattern every time. If I ever click, there we go. Because the storm clouds are loud. I'm pretty sure you guys can't hear it, though. It's like the worst times to do a thunderstorm. Right when I want to go grind for a little bit, it's like, nope. But if the stream comes down, it's not going to go back up, by the way. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it shouldn't. My concern is it's going to go out for like literally a second, and it'll end the stream because of it. Final minute. Can we get a good Dragonite Gnome or something? Show me anything of value. I'll even take a triple glory. The quad glory would be better. Not double glory. Not good enough though. Maybe those burnt mech gnomes. Alright, we don't get to re-roll this one. What do we get? Alright, a glory, 2 souls, and a normal. Could have been better. Could have been worse. At least none of those are bad. Just not the most ideal ones. But we'll take it. And we get, oh yeah, that's okay. Max and a mid-soul, mid-glory, and a Volky. Off the one that was likely going to give us the worst loot anyways. Not bad. Alright, let's update. See where we are. We're at 118 and... Wait, are we still at 11? Really? We're still at 11. Wow, we did not get a single epic Volky in 2 entire Paloozas. That's not ideal. We also only got 17 normal Volkies. So a little low on that one. Yeah, Palooooza is also at 6. There we go. Yeah, let's keep going. What's our pity at right now? Oh, I should use some of these XP boosters tonight. Let's see, we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 25. We're at 25 pity right now. Which means in one more Palooza, we're halfway there. Which means we still got a ways to go. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to do 14 this weekend. Which means I gotta do at least another 6-ish stream. Which we already calculated out earlier. Ideally 7, but at least 6. Let's keep doing it. But yeah, bare minimum we have to do 6 more tonight. We can do more if we want, but 6 is like the minimum we have to do. The absolute minimum.
And that will take us to 11. Take a little pass. That's pretty much a game plan for tonight, then. So find out 2 more codes during that as well, might as well. Find out the next one, probably after this Palooza. And then the third one a little bit later. Because we're going for basically another hour and a half at this point. Take a little bit longer if we update in between and everything. But yeah, if I do disconnect, I'm going to probably just do the Paloozas off stream for once. I don't want to stream too long tomorrow night. I just say that because I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it keeps getting louder. The storm outside. And even if it knocks out electricity for like a second, my router normally takes like 15 minutes to get back up. So I'd probably just end it for tonight if it did go down. It sounds like it is starting to move slightly further away, though. We do tend to get that pretty often in this area, like flash storms that come around for like several minutes really hard, and it just moves on. Like a really intense but really quick moving storm. Even just minutes later, it already sounds like it's like a mile away. A big storm, or so a quick storm. I'm not sure what it is about this area, because I feel like I've never seen it in any other area. So assumably they would exist. But this area has always notoriously just had like flash storms. Where it just gets like an absurd, intense storm out of absolutely nowhere. That it lasts for like 5 or 10 minutes. And then it basically just looks like a sunny day. Well, obviously not right now because it's nighttime, but you know what I mean. But I'll have like 5 to 10 minutes of intense storm, and then you look like 10 minutes later, and it's like, oh, it looks like there's been nothing to happen here. The ground might be damp for some reason, but otherwise, no real noticeable storm indicator. This area is actually pretty similar when it comes to hail as well. Like, if we ever get hail, it'll be very, very briefly and then just, like, completely stop out of nowhere. Also, this area never gets snow. Last time this area had snow was, like, 2017 or something, and I wasn't even in the area. Oh, there goes a flash of light. Oh no. Come on, Storm, move away already. Takes like the worst time to be thunderstormy. You're 20k Volky or so. Hey, every little bit helps. It's hard to even care. Well, you're at a point where you have like infinite of every resource. The only reason I'm even doing them is just because of orbs. Because I still need pet orbs. I still need you know, the bronze, or not bronze, but I need like the silver and gold orbs, all that kind of stuff still. But you already maxed out like every pet and everything, so you have even less to go for. Alright, that's something we'll be doing on the anniversary stream, by the way, this Tuesday. I'm going to be spending tons of resources. We're going to be spending over 69 sets of gold elite mythicking. We're going to be upgrading every last weapon in the entire game to finally have every weapon maxed. Something we've been able to do for a while, I just haven't bothered doing it yet. We're going to do the 69 plus elites for mythics and a few other things. Oh yeah, it's just everything that you have going on. Hopefully things will get resolved soon, eventually. I don't know, the main thing that's been bothering me so far this year is my teeth situation. Because obviously I got a bunch of work done to it earlier, but then there were some things that was done wrong to them. Now I'm going to have to spend even more money to go fix it. It's kind of funny because she doesn't even work there anymore. The person who did my teeth doesn't even work at the dentistry place that I went to anymore. I'm going to have a completely different dentist as well. But yeah, my whole teeth ordeal this year has been probably the most annoying thing. By the end of this year, or by the end of this first half year, I will probably have spent like $5,000 to $6,000 on my teeth. Half of which I probably didn't even need to spend. It's just kind of annoying. Resolved. Yeah, I know, your issue isn't really resolved yet. Oh, so that's Cindy cool, by the way. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. You've been meaning to play, just, yeah. Oh no, it's just take a good time to just get away from everything. Just kind of step back and relax a bit. Try to sort things out. I'll catch you later, Chad. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we're going to be going for a while tonight. We're still going for at least another hour. I got to run like 5 more Paloozas after this one. Just so we don't have to run as many tomorrow night. Because that should mean that we only have to do 2 tomorrow night unless we get really unlucky. Because I want to get to bed early tomorrow. Cynical. Oh, you're referring to that on Lester's comment. Oh yeah, you guys can't hear the thing that's happening outside. I was just noticing when I was saying nothing that my mic isn't picking up on anything. Interesting. Also, you know one thing I just noticed with my mic? Why does it keep doing like a weird fade off? It keeps making noise into the mic even when I'm like not making noise. Like a little fade that goes for like a few seconds. It's weird. I'm pretty sure you guys can't actually hear anything from it. It just looks weird on my recording thing. I still feel like I should be need to adjust this mic in some way to make sure the audio is better. I'm just not sure how. I'm pretty sure most of you guys are like used to what this sounds like by now. But I feel like there's still things I could change with this mic to make the audio better. Still be considering a new mic too. Like, this mic is still basically from when we started the channel. Not like right when we started it, but pretty soon after we started it. Yeah, this mic is like almost 8 years old now. In like 2 more months it'll be 8 years old. Oh wait, do you hear something weird with the audio then? Yeah, I don't hear it on normal desktop playback, which is the other problem. Do I have a fan or something? No, it's downpouring outside. And thunderstorming. The weird part is the mic seems to only pick up on it when I'm actually talking. When I say absolutely nothing, it doesn't pick up on any audio. Oh, Dragonite Gnome. A little early, though. I don't think it's worth saving. If I was desperate for Dragonite, I would. But we're not that desperate for Dragonite right now. It's worth saving him within, like, the last few minutes if you really, really need Dragonite. But because we only slightly need it, I would want to wait till the last minute before I claim him. Anything before that's a little too early for me. I'd rather have the extra Volt Key or two. Ooh, Epic Volt Key, nice, even better. Is that our first Epic Volt Key in a while? It feels like it. I'm like an Epic Volt Key dry streak. Is there a Miss Lester? Oh no. Oh good, we got 3 Volt Keys since it. See, that's why you don't hold the Dragonite Gnome. You got an Epic and 2 normal Volt Keys since then. Make that 3 Volt Keys in the Epic. Alright, come on, 4 Glory Gnomes. Oh, we got a Curse Gnome for full value. I haven't seen one of those in a while. I normally don't bother delaying these, but, yeah, we got them right at the end. forget, how much does it even give? Isn't it, it's 10 to 15, right? Whereas normally you'd give like 1 or 2 if you did it during non-boost. Yeah, we got 14 out of them. Okay, we got a Volky from the other thing too. Yeah, 14 curse runes. Otherwise, we would have gone 1 or 2 if we didn't have the full loot. So that's not too bad. Much better having a Dragonite Gnome there, but I'll take it. Yeah, let's go update our numbers and head right back in. Where are we at? We are at 13 and 141. Okay, that was actually really good overall then. Really solid vault. Oops, I can't see my number. Wait, let me go fix it this way. 13 and 7. Alright, let's go run another 5. We pretty much go until we have a dozen tonight. That is the game plan. That way we only have to do about 2 tomorrow. Alright, 5 more to go. Oh yeah, I said I would hand out a code after this one. Let me go hand out a code. I'll have one more code in a little bit as well. This is not the last code, because we handed out an extra because we got a perfect dungeon 2 days in a row. And I did mention, if we somehow get a perfect tomorrow, we will hand out 3 extra codes tomorrow. But it's very unlikely we'll get a perfect tomorrow, because that will be our 3rd ever perfect in a row for the triple perfect. You did a legendary task on Friday and got an Iron Hawk for the guilds. How perfect is that? Oh, nice. That's pretty solid. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure if my guild has ever gotten an Iron Hawk yet via the legendary task system. Obviously, we pretty much all have Iron Hawks, but I'm not sure if we've ever pulled it through the legendary task system. Wow, double Volky right off the bat. Exactly what we want to see. Yeah, it seems like the stream is going to go until a little bit before midnight. Or a little bit after the next hour. Not the next hour in a few minutes, but you know, the next hour after that. Because I do want to end a bit before midnight, obviously. We're not going after dark tonight. Though we could. Yeah, no problem for the code. I'll have one more code in a little bit. You try to keep up, but you try to rest your wrist. Honestly, I don't feel like it's that bad on the wrist. The only time I ever get sore during a Vault weekend is if I'm playing on mobile, my finger gets sore from like constantly tapping. Yeah, the anniversary of this channel is this Tuesday. Yeah, it's the 8-year anniversary of the channel. We're probably just going to do it at the normal time we always do tomorrow night. I mean, on Tuesday night. It'll be going a little bit longer than normal. Maybe even more so for getting a patch, so I highly doubt we're getting the patch yet. Patch is likely a few Tuesdays from now. I'm very doubtful they're going to have it next Tuesday. It's a little bit too early. It's likely going to be an early May patch, like the second, third week of May. Which I guess is more so mid-May than early May, but you know what I mean. It's kind of insane that we've been playing the game for a third of our life. Because this year marks the 1/3 mark. This November will be us playing Gems of War for a third of our lifespan. Because it's the 10-year anniversary of Gems of War this November, but I'm also turning 30 this November. Even though we've only been making content for the game for about 8 years. Technically 9, but 8 is when we started doing it on a regular schedule. Technically, we've been making content for the game for a little over 9 years. Or if you count forum posts, literally the whole 10-year time. But, I consider that one date as, like, the anniversary of the channel, just because it's when we started to have, like, an actual structured schedule and everything for the channel. It wasn't just us posting a random video, like, once every few months or something. It was us actually having, you know, like, a proper schedule, content, other things. Whereas everything prior to that was just like, oh, here's a video, like, maybe once a few times a year. One thing I do find strange, though, is we actually had 1,000 subscribers, over 1,000 before we started the channel. Like you know, like officially starting it. I find that weird because I feel like if we did the same thing again, we would have nowhere near 1,000 in the current climate of YouTube. Like, if we started this channel the same way we did, like, today, that we did, like, a decade ago, I don't feel like we would have had over 1,000 by the time we actually started. Would have been, like, a couple hundred if that. YouTube's a lot different now compared to, like, 5 or 10 years ago. Especially compared to, like, 20 years ago. Or, you know, when it first started. Like, every 5 years, it feels like it goes through a drastic shift. Of which it has already done twice. You're 267 Volkies and 36 pity? Honestly, that's not bad at all. Honestly, that's around when I would stop. Like, you already hit my end goal. It's one of the reasons I tend to stop at 300. I feel like it's just enough that you feel like you did enough. But it's like before the burnout period of a Vault weekend. Like, it's a good sizable amount without, like, overly burning out. That's why I normally go for 300. This is a nice middle ground of grinding a lot and not overdoing it. Yeah, whenever I count Volkies, I don't keep it in my current number right now. But I always count normal plus pity. Though lately I haven't been counting epic towards our Volky count. But I do count pity towards our Volky count, of course. Because they're both normal Volkies. Epics are just that extra loot you get on top of it. Yeah, on average, if you're not counting Pity, you should have 1 Epic Vault Key for every 10 Vault Keys you have. Or sorry, for every 9 Vault Keys you have. So, for example, at 270, you should have about 30 Epic Vault Keys. Obviously, it could vary. I'll catch you later, Easy Breezy. Thanks for stopping by. He nailed it at 26 Epic Volkey. I feel like my Epic Volkey luck has been below average a lot of weekends lately. I'm still holding out on that Epic Volkey buff, though. Because right now, Epic Volkeys are in a really weird value proposition area right now. Where they're set up to be about triple the value of a normal Volkey. But they are effectively, like, maybe 1.5 times the value of a normal Volkey. Like, there are a lot of times 2 Volkeys can outvalue a single Epic. Oh, so hello, Daryl. Welcome, welcome. Hey, speaking of 2 Volkeys. That's basically an Epic Volkey right there. You're using Stellarex, Diamantina, Leprechaun, and Essentia on PvP. Highest VP battle during Palooooza today. Got your VP up 2. You found it a very easy way. What's your opinion on this? Oh yeah, it works out really well. Using Stellarex plus Diamantina. Lately I've been going down the Takshaka route, of course, just because it's basically Insta-Leprechaun. But Stellarex Diamantina is still really solid. Sometimes people also replace out the Diamantina for something else that can boost your stats for Stellarex. Technically, Diamantina can too if you take Skulls. Just generally, you're not really taking Skulls with that team. But yeah, Stellarex Diamantina is still absurdly strong. My only concern with Stellarex in first slot, though, is its ability to die. The team also has no anti-submerge. So if the enemy team has Submerge, it could be a little hard to deal with. To fix that, you could just replace out Diamantina for Hero with this spell. Maybe even move it in first slot to tank with. Because I've been doing that a lot more lately, using like Wand, Stellarex. Even if you don't have Wand, just anything there where Hero can tank. Because it makes it so Stellarex doesn't die instantly. It also gives you Dispel for Submerge. Because a lot of people are starting to run Submerge. You can even run it yourself on Hero. A lot of people are starting to run Submerge because the entire meta is like Stellarex and such. And Submerge is a really good hard counter to it. Yeah, Takshakas can hit past Submerge. But the AI doesn't know that, so they tend to overly spam Stellarex if it's further up on the team. Like, they're a lot more likely. Like, let's say Stellarex is in first or second slot and your 2 Takshakas are behind it. The AI is a lot more likely to just keep casting Stellarex until you don't have full mana than it is to click the Takshakas to hit your Submerge unit. Oh yeah, Wand Stellarex is everywhere in PvP. It's kind of insane. We end up transitioning into it within the first few hours in a new PvP system as well. I was originally trying to do like Stellarex Rush with Takshaka. But because every single team was that, we quickly moved to Submerge just to counter other Stellarexes that were running similar. And then and then like a few days later, like every single team was basically just Stellarex Wand, double Takshaka. It's probably the most commonly used team in the entire game right now. Because it gives you Submerge, Dispel, Curse, Bless, 2 things that use 6 colors, And pretty much insta full mana and power on Stellaryx. While also still having a way to bypass a merge if you had to. With double tuck Shaka. As well as just a cleanup troop if they have resummon for some reason. Do I think they'll nerf Stellaryx? Yes. They kind of have to. I do feel like they should rebuff Stellaryx in the future, though. And not just nerf it into irrelevance. But I do feel like in the current state of the game, they need to tone down Stellaryx slightly. Even if they bring him back to his current power level a few years later. It's just a little bit too high compared to the rest of the game right now. Like, I don't think Stellaryx will be broken in 3 years. It'll still be useful, but it won't be, like, the entire meta. Like, 3 years from now. But in the current state of the game, it is so overly power crept compared to the average option. Like, obviously it's supposed to be powerful. But it's become so powerful that it is just the entire game now. Oops, I just realized I didn't bother delaying that one. Oh, no. In all fairness, we got no loot from it anyways. So I didn't miss out on much. Alright, on to next Palooza. But if we would have delayed that one, it actually wouldn't have even mattered. That loot was so horrible. Alright, let me go update our numbers. Yeah, that's the other issue that I'm not a fan of with Stellaryx. They didn't even bother buffing Diamantina. Like, they basically had Diamantina for a year, and I only got to use it for half a year because I got it really late, even though I was trying to get Dragonite every single day for it. But I only got to use Diamantina for like half a year before they just nuked it into irrelevance. Because one thing that was relevant about it when Stellaryx first came out is Diamantina still had a higher per cast damage. But then they just buffed Stellaryx's damage so much that it wasn't the case anymore. Even if they did a middle ground and moved it to 2.5 times, it would still be the case that it would be more damage than Diamantina. Unless they also moved Diamantina up. Also, thank you, Daryl, for the tip. Greatly, greatly appreciated. If you have any other questions, definitely feel free to let me know. And we'll get around to them all. Thank you, thank you. Alright. What do we need to go do? We need to go and... What was I doing? Oh yeah, update number. Let me go update our number real quick, just so we know where we are. I mostly want to do this just to make sure we don't lose track of how many Paloozas we've used. And how many epics is that? We are currently at math, 14. Which means we only got one. There we go. Alright, let's keep going. Gotta run at least 4 more Paloozas this night. Let's keep going. We'll have another code in a little bit. Alright, there we go. Alright, back into the grind. Another hour Palooza to go. Honestly, I should have just used all 4 at once. Oh, no, actually, no. Paloozas you shouldn't do like that. Actually, I should go use the 3 XP boosters, though. That I probably will go do. Actually, probably should have thrown all the XP boosters this weekend. Actually, we still can. I can throw the rest tomorrow night. That way we can click claim all on our vault key later, tomorrow night. But yeah, with how Stellaryx and Diamantina are right now, it's just really weird. Because Stellaryx is just better Diamantina now. It's just kind of strange to have a very powerful troop that's pretty much almost equally as hard to get as Stellaryx. It's technically 10% easier to get, but you know, that's basically just as hard. Like 10% is not that big a difference. That's nearly as hard to get as Diamantina, as Stellaryx. Yet it is completely irrelevant compared to Stellaryx. It's just really strange. It was relevant for 1 year and then became dead content. Not that you can't use Diamantina right now, like obviously we just used it for Underspire. Like there are still uses for it. But when it comes to like Stellaryx versus Diamantina, there's almost no reason to use Diamantina instead of Stellaryx. Like you still can, especially if you don't have double of either. Like if you don't have double Stellaryx. But its damage is just so much lower. Like it has no extra turn potential and has lower full AoE. Like, they at least gotta give its full AoE back. And buff it to the point where it does, like, as much damage as a full AoE Stellaryx, if not slightly higher. Even if it was only like a 0.1 higher, that's still enough to make Diamantina have a use case. It had like a 3.1 times multiplier compared to Stellaryx having 3 times. No problem, Dario. Yeah, we've been covering stuff for 8 years now. I still can't get over that. It's been so long. Technically a bit lower or longer than that, but it's technically when I consider it started. Well, thank you, Cynical, as well for the tip. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Such generosity tonight does help out a lot. All going to medical expenses. Honestly, mostly to the teeth stuff. Gosh, I still can't get over all the weird things that have happened with it so far. It's just such a headache. I just want it all to be done already. I have never had such a issue with, like, dentistry that I've had this year. I just can't wait till it's all over, all fixed up, and just not have to deal with it for forever. Not forever, but obviously, you know, not for a while. Because it's been a headache and a half. But within the next month, it should all be sorted. Sushi Ninja really doesn't want Stellaryx nerfed. Yeah, honestly, oh no. Like, I think the biggest issue is they mostly just initially way over-tuned Stellaryx. Like, not when he first came out, but I mean like when they first did the buff. I just don't understand why they went so high of an initial number. And now it's going to be hard to like tone them back down. Because everyone's just used to him at the higher number. Oh, so thank you, Lester, for the banana peel. Gosh. Yeah, the Rowan buff a long while back was actually kind of funny. For any of you that don't know, Rowan actually used to have a 1-to-1 based on his armor. And then they power crept that crazy one day to double the multiplier. And ever since then, it became better than Sunbird. It became better than, like, all the other options that did similar. Like, they just did a crazy buff to it out of nowhere. Like, it wasn't even like a 1.5 times or something. It was just a simply full 2 times. So in all fairness, that was back before they were really doing decimal multipliers. Whereas nowadays, we have a lot of decimal multipliers in the game. Whereas back then, I don't think we really had any. Phoenicia and Queen Titania are really strong. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Queen Titania, despite how many Fairy Fire options we've gotten since her release, like 7 or 8 years ago, however long it was, like 6 or 7. I think she came out in what, 2017, 18, somewhere around there. But she's still to this day basically one of the best Fairy Fire options in the game. I'm not sure why, but they still haven't really added a better option overall. Like, we've gotten some alternatives, but she's situationally still the best Fairy Fire option in the game. I believe it's actually the longest an applier of a status effect has ever been the best option for something. Because a lot of other things got out of irrelevance. Like, Queen Mab used to be the best freezer for the longest time. But then got completely, like, irrelevant over time. Oh yeah, I know you meant Queen Titania. Yeah, that kind of makes me actually want, like, a good Fairy Fire option. It's actually kind of insane that Queen Titania is still the best way. Back during, like, the Yagwe Queen Titania days. Which is still a viable team, but it's a really old team. Oh no, it's healing. I was just talking about that earlier. What? It is actually physically healing right now. That's funny. We haven't gotten that in a while. But yeah, it's currently raining, healing, and thunderstorm. What a mix. I could tell because I hear, like, stones hitting the house. Obviously, it's hail. I was literally just talking about hail like half an hour ago, too. Oh, so hello, everyone else. Hello, Mr. Z. Now it's kind of funny because if I ever say hello to everyone else now, it could be implied that I'm talking to you and not everyone else. So now it's very confusing if I say hello to everyone else who hasn't talked in chat, because now there's someone in chat called everyone else. Now I'm gonna have to refer to them as all the people who have not yet talked in chat. To distinguish it from everyone else. Yeah, gosh, we haven't gotten hail in a while. What's even the weather right now? It's literally rain, hail, and thunderstorm right now. I haven't seen that in a while. How does it even happen? It's hailing and it's 75 degrees out right now. I always thought it had to be colder for it to hail. How big is the hail? I'm not quite sure. I can't see outside. It's big enough that it's making ding noises on the windows. So I want to say at least like candy sized. Nerds or Snicker bars? No, not nerds. More like Jolly Rancher size, probably. If I had to guess, like, the approximate size of hail right now, based on the noise they make on window. Maybe a bit smaller than that, though. Like, basically that size, but round, or whatever shape hail is. Like, his hail is, like, a really weird shape. Like, it's not perfectly round. Like, I definitely wouldn't use the word sphere to describe the size of hail. Like, it's spherical, but it's not like a perfect sphere. Well, technically all hail is like nerd-shaped, but not nerd-sized. These are like deformed circles. Not to mention they break some when they actually impact too, making them even weirder shaped. I'm still really surprised we haven't lost electricity yet. But if we do just randomly cut off at any point in the stream, you know why. The only bad part about losing connection is I'm going to lose, like, basically the rest of the time of a Palooza. So if I start a Palooza in 5 minutes and we lose connection a minute later, I just lost 14 minutes of a Palooza. There's one thing I really hate about Palooza Timer. Is, oh gosh, I just made the dimensions wrong. Let me go fix it real quick. Go Tribute's ready. This could be so annoying to do. Wait. Settings. Come on, go. I hate when I do that. It's literally off by only 3 pixels, but it's enough to cause like a billion glitches. There we go. And it's weird because only I can see them. On the recording, it doesn't actually show up. Like all the glitchiness has just happened right there. Which I guess is somewhat a good thing. It's annoying in that I need to fix it immediately. Otherwise it has like seizure-inducing flashing going around the corners. Ooh, epic Volky, nice. And now the storm just randomly stopped. It's so weird. I don't understand why it does that. Like, I can still hear thunder in the distance, but the rain has stopped, the hail has stopped. It's nowhere near as loud. It's so weird. Like, if you just took a nap for 5 minutes and woke up, you never would have known that it just hailed like crazy. It's really weird how flash storms work around here. Oh, you know what? I'll hold this Dragonite Gnome. I'll do it. It's a bit of a waste, but we'll hold this guy for a minute. Because clouds are not stationary? Yes, I understand that. It's just some clouds move very quickly, some clouds move very slow. And I'm not sure why, but whenever there's storm clouds here, they seem to move at the speed of light. Because they do not stay for even any amount of time. Now, let me start updating the numbers. We are on the 9th Palooza. Completed. About to move on to the 10th. I'm not sure if it was worth spending a minute and 15 seconds on this Dragonite Gnome, but it will be if he gives like 50 plus Dragonite. A bit disappointing if he only gives 20 though. Alright, it's time. Oh, yeah, I forgot that doesn't kill you, does it? Whoops. I kind of forgot about that. Whoops. Alright, now he's dead. 30? Was that worth it? At least be max rolled souls, too. Oh, even max rolled diamonds. I guess it was worth it. Yeah, we spent like a minute and 15 in order to get 27 Dragonite or so. I guess it's okay. Could have been better, though in all fairness, could have been worse. Alright, where are we on Paloozas? We got a 188. Oh wow, that did really good on Volkies though. 27 from one thingy. And how about epics? I assume almost none if we got that many normal Volkies. No, surprisingly not. Wow. Wow, we did good on both fronts. We got 7. Or 3, I mean. Up to 7. There we go. Alright, let's keep going. We're gonna be 2/3 of the way there. Which on a Sunday or Saturday, we better be 2/3 of the way there. But this one right here will get us 2/3. And counting pity, we're at like what, 30-ish? Alright, so what are we doing? Running 2 more, 3 more? I think we're running 3 more. What does that bring us to? Counting pity. Let's do some math real quick. We're at 30 right now. That brings us to like 35. If we do 3. 3 is also like 60. 60 plus... What did I just say? Yeah, 60 plus 5. 65. Bring it up to there. 250-ish. Yeah, we definitely have to do at least 3, if not 4. We'll do 3 more. And because of that, let's go run some XP boosters. Let's go just run them from the top. Because these, honestly, are pretty quick fights. Run like 3 of them here. And let's go run 3 Paloozas. Alright, games, Soulforge, other. And that will get us to a nice solid dozen tonight. And then whatever we still need, we do tomorrow night. Seems like a game plan. You're never guaranteed to have enough with RNG. Well, it does enough rolls where RNG isn't as big a roll. It always evens out eventually. If you ever get another dragon, you wonder how they would make it even better than Stellarix. I think they would make it a utility dragon if they ever did. I don't think the next dragon we get would try to compete to be better than Stellarix. I think they would get it to be some kind of utility troop. For a specific color. That create a bunch of dragon gems of a color while having some kind of side effect. And do that for each of the 6 colors. Though it would be kind of crazy if, instead of like Doom Scourge or something, if the special dragon actually created wild cards. There is a dragon that does it right now, but doesn't create enough. It does AoE damage while doing 4 times wild cards or something. The problem is it doesn't create enough wild cards to be usable. But they could easily make a 6-color dragon actually create enough. Yeah, I know what dragon is. I forget his name. Whatever you just said. Sounds about right. Yeah, it is like AoE damage into 4 times wild cards or something. It's just not enough to be viable. Like, it's not consistent enough. Especially compared to Takshaka doing it with auto extra turn, essentially. Because Takshaka does 100% of the time just at start of turn, so you don't actually waste a turn. The problem with the current wildcard dragon we have right now is he has to... Like, it's not guaranteed that he's going to get the extra turn. He normally doesn't. Whereas with Takshaka, it's guaranteed because it's your turn, so even if it misses, it's still your turn. That accord could be fixed with one simple thing, just adding auto extra turn on it, or a % chance to extra turn. But so far, all of the dragons do have that. All the Dragonite dragons, they all have a % chance of extra turning. So having a wild card mechanic that creates slightly more while having a % chance to extra turn would actually be pretty balanced. But actually usable, unlike the current dragon that does wild cards. Because all the gem dragons have extra turn chance, all the celestial dragons have it. Obviously, most notably Stellarix, because he has extra turn chance and creates all the gems. But they could do something similar with Wildcard. And then all the 6 other colored dragons just do dragon gems. They should make another dragon pet. They have been doubling up on some pets. Like Elemental has 2 and a few others have like 2 for the same typing. So I wouldn't be surprised if Dragon eventually gets another one. Especially if we ever get another Dragon-focused kingdom. Because right now, obviously, that's Dragon's Claw. Because they've somewhat doubled up, like, kingdoms prioritizing a specific type. Like, we basically have 2 warrior factions, or kingdoms, I mean. Grimwoods, and, which is the original one. And, gosh, what's that one more recent one called? Volpecia. Which is entirely based on them. We also basically have double human kingdom. But one of them is a bit more mech-based. Adana plus Darkstone. Darkstone being a little bit more human-based. Well, Adana, despite being a mech-based kingdom, is like half human. Oh, we've been getting a lot of Dragonite Gnome all of a sudden. They've had a big uptick all of a sudden. But they're fine. We need Dragonite eventually anyways. We were just talking about them adding more eventually. They probably will be. So far they've been doing it every single year. I don't think they're going to keep up with that pattern, but you never know. I do feel like they should slow down on that a little bit though. Like I do want to see us keep getting more dragons for them so the currency is always useful. But if they keep doing it every year, no newer player will ever be able to catch up. Like, veteran players are even struggling some to catch up with that. If they go unlucky on the drops. Which is more so an issue with the drop table than the availability of Dragonite. Because honestly, I feel like Dragonite is actually adequately available. Adequately available in the current state of the game. The bigger issue is just how heavily you can get RNG'd out of not getting them. Like, you can go like 30 eggs without it. They need some kind of system where you just stop getting them after a while. Like, if you have 4 copies of one, you shouldn't keep getting copies of it. They put that in a few instances in the game, but honestly, it should be in almost everywhere. Maybe not in, like, normal keys, like gem keys and stuff. But many other places in the game should have a mechanic like that. Where if you get 4 copies of it, while it with it being mythicked, similar to how seal keys work, where you just stop getting them as a drop. But 100% the Dragon Egg system needs that. So you don't go like 20 plus, 30 plus eggs without it. Because if you go closer to on drop rate, and it takes you like about a dozen or so, give or take a few, like that's not bad at all. But if you're to the point where you're at like 30 plus, it is just absolutely absurd that you have to spend that much Dragonite on it. An epic rant on what? On what, the availability of Dragonite relative to Dragonite obtaining things? Or on the new dragon? You're a pet hater? My biggest issue with pets in the current state of the game is the availability of old pets is very absurdly clunky. And also really hard for newer players to understand, I feel. They really need to streamline the way that pets work. I think the biggest issue with pets is they were added during a patch and then never updated again. Pets have never really had like a second wave update. They've done that for a lot of things in the game where they've kind of reworked things. Pets have never received it. And there's quite a few things they would need to go do if they were to ever do a second wave of updates to pets. The most notable one is they need some way to easily obtain old pets. The easiest way to do this is to do like 1 color per week rotation, or to have it based on the kingdom. So for example, if it's like an Adana event week, you could then get all the Adana pets through Soulforge. Stuff like that. Or maybe a higher chance that throughout the week you'll get pet events for that, where it'll be weighted just like a little bit heavier into those. to actually give incentive to, you know, hunt for pets during that week if you need them. But they gotta do something. They also need some kind of way to get the other cosmetic pets without just, like, money locking literally all of them. As right now, I think to be able to buy every single money locked pet in the game, or, you know, all the old ones that are basically cosmetic, I think it's over like $100. Like maybe even a couple hundred. If you put that on top of all the old weapons that were once available for free but aren't, similar to all the pets that were once available for free but aren't, I think in combination between the two, even though they're all cosmetic and dead content weapons, I think they're almost up to like $500 or something, like $400 to $500. It's kind of absurd. We really need alternative ways of obtaining them, even if it requires an absurd amount of in-game currency to do so. Like, even if cosmetic pets have to be like 5 times the cost of like a normal pet or something, or even 10 times. Same as the other weapons. Even if like the money locked weapons have to be like 10 times the cost of a normal like legendary weapon or something. And it's really annoying in the current state of the game because there's not really a good path to get them without money. Actually, there's literally no path to get them without money. Like, they need at least like some kind of alternative. Because they were all available basically for the equivalents of free back in the day. But now they're all very clunky to get. And I just feel like it's like something that really puts off newer players. Like, it's probably something that's not that noticeable at first. But then you realize, like, oh, 10% of this game is, like, even though if it's cosmetic, like, it's still, like, near impossible to obtain. I guess that's better than some games where there might be a cosmetic one season that, like, literally never comes back again. Gems of War hasn't been that bad with it. But cosmetic pets and old event weapons are, like, the two biggest issues, I would say, with the current state of the game. As far as, like, true completion stuff is concerned. For veteran players, it's not that big a deal. For brand new players, full completion is absurdly expensive. Like, we're talking hundreds of dollars, even if you just only spent money on the full completion stuff and not on anything else in the entire game. You're still talking like $400 or $500. Whereas in the past, all of it was free. If you were a new player looking at this game, you would not be committed. I'm not sure. Because I haven't started a new account in this game in, like, since the Switch release, which was, like, what, 2019, 2018 or something? So I've gone, like, 6 years without making a new account in this game, despite having made one, like, nearly every single year in the early days. So to some degree, I guess I feel the same, because I haven't bothered doing it in, like, 6 years. Make it, like, a brand new, fresh account to play the game with. I feel like a lot of free-to-play games end up having that issue over time, though. They get so bloated with content that it kind of just scares away new players. Actually, the other game we've been playing is actually a pretty good example of that. There's actually 2 versions of RuneScape. One's called Old School RuneScape, and one's called RuneScape 3. RuneScape 3 is actually the one that's been around for forever. It's been around since, like, 2001, if you count, like classic version. And it's gone through, like, so many updates and iterations that the game is actually dying for 2 reasons. One is everyone's moving to Old School RuneScape, or just playing other games. But the other reason it's dying is it has been bloated with, like, 20-plus years of content to such a degree that it's just too intimidating for anyone to get into. Like, even people who play Old School RuneScape wouldn't even consider playing, like, normal RuneScape. because it's such a different experience at this point. With over an extra decade of bloated content that just really shouldn't be in it. It's a good example of how you can almost like update a game to death. Which is likely something that old school RuneScape's been trying to do pretty good at not doing. Like obviously the game still gets updates, but it's trying to not do it to such a degree where the updates basically kill the game. Like is what ended up happening with the other version of it. But it's definitely an issue when it comes to just games in general. Is the more you update something, like you have to keep updating it to keep adding content, but you eventually just bloat it so much that you just scare away any new player ever from even engaging with the game. It's a weird mix to balance. Because you can't just like never release new content, but you also can't just release so much drastic change that someone who comes back like years later has no clue what's going on. Up to 18. Alright, 2 more Paloozas to go. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, that reminds me. You just said Nintendo Switch. I still need to go buy a game with my pass before it expires. I ended up doing that with Tears of the Kingdom. And then found out I can't actually use it on Thousand Year Door because it's coming out a little bit later. So I still need to go find a game that we're going to do it on. I was considering doing it for Mario RPG, the really original one. I feel like it's going to be a little bit too short of a game to bother spending that much money on. But honestly, a smaller RPG, I could really use it right now. Because all the RPGs on my backlog of RPGs I need to play are so long that having a shorter one will kind of be nice. I feel like the average RPG I want to play right now will take like an entire week to finish, if not an entire month. Or something like that one original Mario RPG we could probably clear out in a weekend. This will be a nice introduction for when we finally get into Thousand Year Door. The best Mario RPG ever. So we get to play the first and then the best. And then who knows, maybe with all the sales from those, they'll actually make a good Mario RPG again. Because they're on like a... Nintendo's on like a decade streak of not making a good Mario RPG. I would honestly say the last good Mario RPG they made was Thousand Year Door. It's one of the reasons why it's so popular. You could make the argument that the Wii version was good. The Wii version was good storyline-wise, but not gameplay-wise, I would say. Like, that was the last time a Mario RPG still had a good story. But I feel like they sacrificed gameplay for gimmicks. Like, they were trying to use, like, every gimmick they could on the Wii. And in doing so, they lost a lot of the charm of what made the original RPGs good. Oh yeah, I never did play Mario and Luigi RPG. I have heard that one's pretty good too. In the next month, we're going to be playing the OG original one. And we're going to be playing Thousand Year Door. So the very first one and the very best one. I've never actually played Mario RPG, so it'll be the first time I'm going into it. The only thing I know about it is the Geno theme. Because I've probably heard it in 1,000 YouTube videos by now. I don't think it's copywritten because I hear people playing it like all the time and everything. Like, that song's almost like ingrained in my brain. I've heard it so many times even though I've never played the game. Well, after I play, I'll probably notice like, oh, this song came from this game. And I won't even realize it. But I know everyone just always spams the Geno theme. I'm not sure why Geno is so, like, popular from that game. I know, I guess we'll find out after playing it. These from Thousand Year Door, I can't really think of one sidekick where I would say, like, that one was the absolute best. Like, they were all pretty decent. But none of them were, like, an outlier where, like, this one was definitively better than every other one. Lore-wise and gameplay-wise. They're all pretty equally distributed. Genki ended up looking up Orc Massage. I don't even dare, like, Steam search it. Oh yeah, I played the original Luigi's Mansion. I never bothered playing 2 or 3. Honestly, 2 and 3 didn't look as good. Like, as far as gameplay. Like, visually, Luigi's Mansion 2 and 3 looked better than 1. But I feel like it lost a lot of the charm that the original one had. I'm not sure if it's just nostalgia or what. But I've seen a small amount of gameplay from 2 and 3, and it just doesn't seem the same compared to 1. Like, the overall atmosphere just doesn't seem to be there compared to what 1 had. Oh, so I forget the storyline of 2 or 3, but I believe they had way lower stakes than what the first game had. As far as, like, what was the main plot progression. But I do feel like a lot of times it's not necessarily nostalgia. Because I would say that the first Animal Crossing is still one of the best they've ever made. The only two that I feel like could be higher is New Leaf, which I've never played, and obviously the most recent one. Of, gosh, whatever you'd call it. New Horizons. New Horizons had a lot of issues, though. Like, it basically released incomplete. And they eventually got there, but honestly, like, the amount of content New Horizons has right now is basically what it should have released with, and then still added more after a couple years. Or through a couple years. It's just kind of weird they stopped doing content for the game after like a year. It seemed like it was almost going to be like more like a live service kind of thing. And then after a year, they're like, oh, yeah, we're done with this. It's rather strange, especially with how popular it got. Like, you would think after it got like 1.5 billion sales of however many it did, like, so quickly, it's like, oh, maybe we should support this game a bit further. And after a year, they basically abandoned it. Which was probably the most disappointing thing with New Horizons. Is that so much potential to keep going, and then they kind of just stopped. Did she drop the F-bomb the other day? Oh no. Yeah, I never curse, naturally. So I never need to worry about accidentally doing it. Because it's physically impossible that I would. I also generally basically never get angry, ever. And even if I did, I don't like curse when I'm angry. All those Nook miles wasted. Honestly, I feel like that was a really good mechanic that wasn't really fully fleshed out as it should have been. Especially the whole secret island kind of thing. I think the worst part is one of the coolest secret islands, they ended up nuking after a few weeks. They used to have flower islands with perfectly bred flowers. It was like if you could play Pokemon and just randomly find like a perfect 6IV Pokemon, which they have been slowly adding to actual Pokemon series. But it was basically equivalent of that, except you got dozens of them. And it was actually so broken for flower breeding that they actually removed it from the game. Because it power creeped breeding so hard in Animal Crossing. Now that's a game known for flower breeding, but it power crept flower breeding to such a degree that they actually removed it. It was so overpowered. But that was like one of the reasons to do Nook Islands, unless you were looking for like a specific villager. Like the reason was to go and find a rare flower island and get perfect genetic flowers. Because for the casual player, it just gave you really rare flowers for very little effort. And for people who really cared about flower breeding, it gave you perfect genetics that would normally take like dozens of hours to get yourself. So for like all player types, it was perfect. And then they nuked them. Like we needed more islands like Flower Island, and instead they just removed it from the game. It was really rare too. It was only like a few percent chance. I only saw it like once before they removed it. Like once or twice. I only ever found Flower Island. It was only available like the first week or few weeks. But it needed like 20 more islands just as broken as that one. But like really, really rare. You totally see her getting the mic to rally off a string of expletives when Lester goes too far. That sounds about right. Yeah, honestly, my Animal Crossing island is probably, like, entirely flowers at this point. And weeds. And Nook Mile tickets. And other valuables that wouldn't fit in my storage, even with the bigger storage. That was one annoying thing about Animal Crossing, too. You couldn't really make storage crates like you can in a lot of other games. So you would quickly run out of storage. They did eventually update to have more storage, but even that wasn't, like, enough. Like, it was a lot more, but not enough a lot more. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's go run down the final one. Should be the last one we need for tonight. Oh yeah, did we ever hand out the third code? Should probably go do that. Oh nice, we got 30 on the dot. As well as, math. 19. So we're at 19 and 34. 19, 34, and 11. Yeah, let's go run one more Palooza tonight. Let's go straight into it, and I'll start heading out of code. Oh, so that's not where I want to go. Oh wait, how did I hit the PvP? What? That's not where I want to be. Get me into the Palooza, Soulforge. Where'd it go? That one. Hello? I clicked it. I don't want to accidentally use 2. There we go. Alright, back we go. Alright, this will be the final one we run for now. Let me go hand out the final code as well. And then tomorrow night we'll finish up whatever we still need. Which realistically should be like, what, 2? He's counting pity. Honestly, even 1 might do it. 2 at absolute most. Alright, let me go give you guys the code. I gotta do it between these screens. I should have probably done it before I started the timer, but I saw the XP thing ticking down. I was like, ooh, I should probably speed up a little. Wasting precious XP. Not like XP matters too much in this game, but I don't know, bigger number better. About to hit 1919 soon. One of the last times we'll see... actually, no, that's not the last time we'll see double number for a while. Because 2020 is not that far away. We'll have 2020 by sometime next year, probably. Like, really late next year. Actually, next year we might hit 2025 in 2025. Which would be kind of funny. That's when we truly have hit max level. Not when we hit 2000, but when we hit the year number. So we gotta hit 2025 and 2025, or 2026 and 2026. So I'm pretty sure we could hit 2025 and 2025. That's definitely going to be a goal if we're close enough. We got to try hitting 2025 and 2025 if it seems possible. Just for the fun of it. Also, there's the final redeem code in chat, by the way. If you guys still have any other questions that you want me to go over, do let me know. Because after this Palooza, we'll probably call it for tonight. And then tomorrow night, I'll be starting at normal time and, yeah, trying to wrap up everything. Go over all the weekly spoilers. Finish up whatever still needs finishing. Get the last little bit of vault keys we need to hit 300. And then head to sleep so I can get everything done I need to go do on Monday. I don't think our Monday night stream should be delayed at all. But there is actually a chance that one will actually be delayed too. It probably won't be though. Because most of the stuff I have to do is like in the morning or midday. I don't actually have anything I have to do later in the day. You have a gems question? What is your gems question? If a train leaves Cleveland traveling at 25 miles per hour and Chad is Izzy's son, where is the best place to get purple gemstones? Does Earthral destroy 69 gems? No. I believe he's a bit smaller than that. I'm actually not sure with our current magic gain how many gems he's destroying. I believe it's like a low 60-something. Rather than high 60-something. And I was actually pretty good at those random math questions in school. Where it has like a billion layers to try to confuse you. Except obviously your question isn't coherent. Oh no, I was pretty good at math overall. Especially multiple choice math. Because then you don't even need to know anything. You just work backwards. And just eliminate all answers that are absurd. Now, what do you eat the soup with? They're trying to get me to say fork. I actually have used a spork to eat soup with before. Is what, for whatever reason, I think it was in middle school, they didn't have any forks or spoons. They only had sporks. But they had soup. So if you wanted soup at school, unless you brought your own spoon with you, you had to drink it with a spork or like chug it like it's a drink. Like they physically did not have forks or spoons, just sporks. So they didn't have to buy both, they just bought one, and just only sporks. So if you wanted to drink it with it, you had to like tilt it so that you could use the spoon part properly. And this is like Chuck E. Cheese's because it's a soup that eats like a meal. Didn't all Chuck E. Cheese's go out of business or something? Which is kind of ironic because there's like a whole series based on Chuck E. Cheese, like the Five Nights at Freddy's thing. And they're more successful than ever. As Chuck E. Cheese, which was the main inspiration pretty much for the series, is thriving. Or, you know, Chuck E. Cheese's went down, the other series is thriving. I just find that kind of ironic. That the actual place is like dead, but a whole like horror series based on the inspiration of the place is making more money than it's probably ever had. Just kind of ironic. Fiction based on the concept is more popular than the concept. Like the actual physical concept of such. Now, Chuck E. Cheese has done a lot of things wrong. They're always pretty much a subpar pizza place. For really average parties. Oh, so I don't feel like kids really have parties like that these days. Because a lot of kids that are around that age, they have like millennials as parents, and no millennial has that kind of money generally. I shouldn't say no millennial. But the average millennial doesn't have the money to be having like when their kid turns like 5 years old, to have like a several $100 party for them at Chuck E. Cheese. If not even into the thousands with how hard or high you could get if you're paying for all the kids. Because let's say they have like 10 friends, and then your own kid. And let's say they have like a brother or sister. So it's like 12 people now, plus yourself, plus your husband or wife. So it's like 14 now, plus all like some of the parents for the other kids. So now you're up to like 20 people. So whatever Chuck E. Cheese is for like 20 people. You know how expensive that gets? I'm not sure how much that is, but it can't be cheap. Like, who's their target audience these days, if they were to still exist? Because it worked when, like, the average couple had more disposable income than they ever knew what to do with. But I feel like, on average, it's not quite the case these days. It's one of the other reasons I feel like Disneyland's going down, too. Then their prices just keep skyrocketing way more than what inflation is. They're kind of pricing themselves out of the market. Even if people had the money to. By Disney, I mean Disneyland. If you run past second place, what place would you be in first place? Do people actually try saying third because of how that's worded? Because that's pretty funny if so. Oh yeah, if you run past second place. Oh yeah, hold up, wait. Wait, that would be second place. Ah, I even messed it up. Though the even more incorrect answer would be third. Yeah, that would be second place, wouldn't it? It's late at night. Actually, this is almost midnight right here. I would go for another Palooza, but honestly, I'm starting to get tired. Plus, we only need like 1 or 2 tomorrow anyways to still hit our goal. How many times can you cut a cake in half? Oh no, are you talking about one section? Well, technically, wouldn't that be infinite? If you had a way to, like, really cut it thinly. On, like, a microscopic level. Because the number of times you could do so depends on what you have to do it with. Like, if we're talking normal knife, compared to if we had, like, a really precise laser. Should be only once. You can cut something in half multiple times. If you cut a full cake in half, that's one cut. If you cut half a cake in half, you're still cutting it in half. It's just not a full cake anymore. Because you didn't say, like, a full cake in half. You just simply said a cake. A fourth of a cake is still a cake. An eighth of a cake is still a cake. So you said the question wrong if it's supposed to be, like, how many times can you cut, like, a full cake in half? But you simply just said cake. A sliver of cake is still a cake. But a fourth of a cake is still a cake, though. At no point does the question state if it's a full cake. Do I love cake? That emote makes it seem like something else. This isn't the After Dark stream, Lester. Not yet anyways. That's not going to be because I'm ending as soon as this Palooza ends. You know, I'm even just going to leave it at this fight. I don't feel like clicking multiple times. I was going to rush through it and I was like, I can't be bothered. This will be the final one. Get our final tally. Finish it up tomorrow night. Get some rest. Go from there. Probably grind some Paloozas tomorrow as well. Hey, Valky, nice. Fortunately, all the gnomes give trash. We got a merchant with nothing. If the epic Valky was free, I would take it. Alright, what's our final tally? Well, final for now. Ooh, that was not too good, but... Oh, we might even need a third tomorrow night. Actually, no, we won't, because our pity's already almost there. So that's a 249. Math. We're at 21. Oh, we did pretty good on epics, at least. And that brings us to a dozen Paloozas used. Overall, not too bad. Especially for the one mistake earlier. We're actually doing pretty good pacing. How much does that count, counting pity? 1, 2, 3. It's just 3, right? Yeah, 3. 35. We're pretty much there already. We're currently at 284. Which means I only have to do one single Palooza tomorrow night and we're good to go. I might still do 2, but yeah, we only have to do 1. That'll be perfect then. We'll clean up the events, go over all the weekly spoilers, and yeah, finish the last Palooza we need to clear out the Vault weekend. We might throw a second one too, we'll see. But we technically only need 1 more to finish out the event. Sounds like a game plan. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. If you still haven't grinded the Vault event, still plenty of time. Still got all of tomorrow remaining in a few hours. So still plenty of time to go on the grind. A lot of loot to be had. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always. 3 hours prior to now tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. And goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.